Have you ever been to a cafe where robots engage with you in conversation, serve you food, and even take your order? I know, I haven't either. That's why we were super excited to check out Dawn Avatar Robot Cafe. That name is super long, but we've never been to a place like this, and we found it on Instagram. And once we did, we knew we had to check it out for ourselves. So let's go see what it's all about. Konnichiwa. We didn't really know what to expect walking into Dawn Robot Cafe, but once we stepped inside, we knew right away that this was going to be a unique experience. The place is modern and futuristic, but it still has a calm, welcoming vibe, and it's full of greenery.
So this is not your typical cafe any at all. The majority of the staff actually remotely operates robots that come around to take your orders, talk with you, and even deliver some of the food as well. I've never actually seen anything like this. They allow people that have disabilities or who aren't able to join the workforce to be able to participate and actually do something to, one, have a social life and to be able to make an income. So this is totally cool. I don't understand why there isn't more of this worldwide, but it's been so cool. It's definitely something that I would recommend that you do when you come to Tokyo.
Okay, and my name is Kudu. Nice to meet you. What country are you from?
The USA.
USA. Oh, thank you for coming. Yeah, so far away.
Within moments, Kudu took our order and we got to know more about her. But we'll let her tell you her story in her own words.
I felt very lonely without any social communications. But I am very happy that I can now participate in society from home. People like me who are unable to work outside, please experience a new way of participating in society.
That's cool. Wow.
Yes, it's cool. Hello.
So once you sit down at the table, your hostess or waitress, not really sure what to call them, they're going to communicate with you via robot, and they'll be able to show you everything that's on the menu, go over everything, answer your questions, and they're going to take your order. And then your order would then be delivered via robot, and then also some of the staff, depending on how heavy it is.
Getting to hear from the person behind the robot made this experience even more memorable. Dining here is really impacting lives in a way that we couldn't even imagine. And honestly, that alone makes everything taste better. But it's good to know that our money is actually supporting something meaningful.
Tender. Very good.
Within minutes, our food arrived looking really good, and I don't know why we were surprised at how fast it all was. Probably because we've seen plenty of restaurants that aren't partially operated by robots move way slower than this. So the cafe serves a variety of different options. There were sandwiches, there were curry dishes. Oh, and the desserts were top notch as well. There were a lot of different options. So if you want a more savory meal, you can get that. If you want something more sweet, you can have that option as well.
So if you make a reservation, it's a set price. It's about $25 to $30 US. We also ordered the afternoon tea set. That was an additional charge of 3,000 yen. We'll put that on screen for you guys. One, I would definitely recommend, though, to make a reservation because it is a very popular place. It could book up.
The food also comes very quickly. Like everything came all at once. I wasn't even expecting that because we were so into talking to our
hostess.
Our host.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kudu. She was very nice and gave us a bunch of recommendations, places to shop, things to eat. So it was very cool.
And the food was very good. Very, very tasty. I had the Wagyu steak. It was so juicy, very tender, came with a nice sauce, and the salad. The salad was honestly almost the star of the show.
I had a sandwich. I think it was like the bacon, cabbage, cheese sandwich. It was very good. Perfect size portions. I'm full, especially after all that dessert. Couldn't be happier. This was definitely a experience that you want to add to your itinerary for sure.
Absolutely. Must add.
Just when we thought this place couldn't get any better, it did. We were able to watch a demo of a human-operated robot making the perfect French press coffee. So right now we're on our way to Glanta Kichijoji. I think that's how you pronounce it, hopefully. It's a custom ring making service and I saw it on Instagram and I've been excited for it ever since.
Also, this neighborhood has a lot going on, so if you want to explore afterward, check out some cafes or some of the shops, you can definitely do that as well. There's even a park nearby also.
When we walked in, we noticed people in the back crafting their rings, but you can also purchase jewelry here as well.
So the first step in the process is to decide on the material that you want to use for your ring. There is 10 karat gold, 18 karat gold, there is like rose gold, and then also white. The rose gold and the white are 18 carats. So we are looking and trying to figure out which one we're going to do. I'm probably going to do either the 10 carat or 18 karat gold. Not exactly sure yet. What about you, baby?
I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards the silver or gold. And I'm trying to decide which width I want, so.
So after you have figured out what kind of material you want for your ring, the next thing to do is then to determine the width. So there's 1.5 millimeters, 2 millimeters, and 3 millimeters. Obviously, the bigger the ring, the more it's going to cost. We'll put the cost table on the screen as well. I think the 2 millimeters for me is a good balance between the size, the price. I don't want a ring that's too small, but I also don't want one that's too big either. So for me, that 2 millimeter might be the way to go.
So it took me a while to decide, but I'm going to go with my index finger. And I'm going to go with gold. Simple. I think this is scratched antique. So it's not matte. It's not super smooth. It has a little detail to it. I was also thinking about the 1.5 millimeter for my pinky ring. I think that's cute and I could wear it like up here. I like midi rings. I like that look as well. So, yeah. I don't know. It's too many options. I'm not good with deciding these things under pressure. I'm stuck between these two.
So now that we are fully sold on the ring designs and everything that we're going to do, this is where the workshop part of the activity actually begins. We're going to get to actually make our rings.
I'm excited for it. I actually didn't even realize that we can get to engrave something on the inside. You can get up to 10 characters. So if you want to come and do this, make sure you have in mind what you want to put down. You can put your dates or, anything you want to.
Yeah, whether it's an acronym, you have 10 characters, so
Yeah.
go crazy.
This is also a super popular activity to do in Japan. We booked this directly through their website. We came here and people were already here making their ring, so definitely book your spot in advance.
Right now, we are practicing on a brass ring just to make sure we don't mess up the actual thing. Get a little practice in, and then we're going to actually do this on our rings. So what we're doing now is banging the hammer on the ring to put the design that we chose onto it. So we have our actual rings that we are going to be designing. It doesn't look like much yet, but we're about to get to work on it right now, and let's see how it turns out.
We highly recommend including workshop experiences in your itinerary wherever you travel. We're always surprised by how therapeutic it feels to be creative again. It's something that we don't tap into as adults on a day-to-day, so we try to fit it in wherever we can. So just so you guys know, you should budget between $150 to $300. The cost just depends on what material you decide to use and the width of the band. And I would budget between like 90 minutes for ring making, just so you can plan your itinerary accordingly, because you don't want to feel rushed. This is definitely something that you want to take your time with, and you want to be able to choose your details and not feel like you're rushing through the process.
Now we are actually hammering the design onto our actual rings, trying to make sure we get this right.
It's scary.
Honestly, I really do think this is such a great souvenir. Like, usually the souvenirs that I usually get are like a fridge magnets, and I love those, but this is just next level. This is really going to help us to really commemorate this trip. It's our 6th anniversary wedding trip, and we're celebrating with our best friends. So this is just taking it again all the way to the next level.
Not to mention that this souvenir doesn't take up any space in your luggage as well. So you can just put it on. You don't have to worry about it weighing your bag down. So it's a perfect thing to get.
About to get my polish on. Get the ring all nice and shiny. So we just finished the workshop and made our rings, and this was honestly such a cool experience. I would highly recommend it. One, you just made a souvenir that you can have forever.
I agree. I really enjoyed myself. I feel like it's just something about having something made by me from start to finish, not something I just bought in a store that somebody else made, which is cool as well, but the fact that I made it just makes it like a million times more special. So if you're into this kind of thing, we definitely recommend you adding it to your itinerary.
So we are all craving something sweet, and I've been hearing about this donut shop here in Tokyo literally all the time. It's all over Instagram. It's called I'm Donut. They have a couple of different chains. So we are finally here, and we are about to have some. It was recommended for us to try the custard. They have a bunch of different flavors. We're gonna show them on screen in just a moment, but I'm gonna try the custard donut.
The custard is so fresh. It's good. Really good.
They did a real good job with the custard. I really like how soft and doughy it is. Has a really great texture. That custard cream, very good. Very sweet, but not so overpowering that it's like too much. Just the right amount.
Hey! He was not supposed to get that last bite.
You had your half, bro.
I didn't have my half.
Yes, you did.
I didn't have half. I had one more bite.
Am I bugging? Did she not take a little more than half, actually?
It's not even right, y'all. It's not right. I had 3 bites of that donut. I'm about to get in line again.
I mean, do what you gotta do. You better save that custard over there on that right side.
Oh, relax. It's cool. It's cold. I like my donuts a little warm, but
The
so like giving like croissant. A little croissant texture. I do like the custard on the inside. It's like, it's light, not too sweet. Oops, I'm making a mess. Let me hand it over to Levon before, you know, he has a fit.
Already.